Hi Doga Challengers, I'm Kat and this is Indi and Willow, and we're so pleased to be here today to take you through your Doga yoga flow today. So just making sure that you're always working within your capabilities, and if anything doesn't feel good within your physical body, please change your shape. There's no hard, fast set rules of how to do Doga. Just let your dogs chill out like my guys. Have some fun. So let's just start in a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Give your four-legged friends a little pat. Have a few shoulder rolls, loosening up through the upper body. And then just take the first few moments to settle, to arrive. And just noticing how you're feeling today. Every day is so different. And just by taking this check-in, we meet ourselves exactly where we are. We can let go of expectations, and there's no disappointments. Just allowing the breath to be nice and still. Just allowing the breath to tumble in and out through the nose. Just making sure you're not breathing too quick or too slow. And if your jai breath is in your practice, start to restrict the back of your throat, making a slight snoring, rasping sound, just like the waves of the ocean. Noticing where the breath is landing for you today. Maybe feeling it more high up in the top of the chest. Or perhaps you can feel the breath expanding into your side ribs. Maybe down into the belly. Just taking these first few moments to arrive, to breathe. Can be very calming. Willow and Indi definitely agree. They were just bouncing around playing earlier. And they're feeling quite chilled. That's another advantage of practicing yoga with your dog. Just by me sitting here, breathing, being quiet. These guys are chilled out and they're nice and quiet and relaxed too. Which is good for them as well. Happy, healthy yoga dogs. So if you did have your eyes closed, just gently blinking open your eyes. And we'll roll over our knees and come into a tabletop position. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Let's move through some rounds of cat-cow. And Willow says, don't stop patting me whilst you're doing this one. Dropping the belly down towards the floor on your inhale. On your exhale, curling in, draw the navel to spine, dome the upper back. Inhale, belly drops. Pull the heart forward. And exhale to kill. Just keep moving with your spine, your body. All over, Willow. Taking any movement that feels good for you. Moving in this cat-cow motion doesn't work. Start to take any freestyle movement, rolling through the shoulders, the hips. Even dropping hips down to heels. And just move intuitively. What does your body need in this moment to warm up? Few more moments here. Coming back to a neutral spine. Hook the navel in and up just enough so we flatten out the lower back, so we're not dumping into the lower back. Feel the slight tilt of the pelvis. Ground down through your left hand and your right knee. As the right arm reaches forward, drop the shoulder away from the ears. Slide the left toes behind you so the left leg is nice and long. Flex the foot and lift the heel off the floor. Long line of energy from fingertips to heel. Take an inhale breath here. And on your exhale, tap elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthening out, push your heel away. And exhale to come. One more time, lengthening out. And curling in. And this time, as you lengthen out, reach back behind you. See if you can grab the left foot with the right hand. Gaze can rise. Feel a slight backward bend, stretch through the front of the left thigh. Nice and slow, release hand and knee to the floor. Just reset your tabletop position. Take the same shape over to the opposite side. Left arm reaches forward. Slide the right toes back on the floor first, then lift the heel. Notice if you're jumping into the lower back, try and keep the hips square. Inhale, breath here. And exhale, tap elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen it. Exhale to kill. One more time, lengthening out. And tap elbow to knee. This time as we lengthen, reach out to the side, back behind you, grab the right foot. Gaze can rise. With a slight backward bend, kick your foot into the hand. Super slow release. And just sit back onto the heels. And we'll just warm up through the wrists. So just take some wrist circles here, rolling through the wrists, any freestyle way that feels good for you. So important to warm up our wrists, especially for our downward facing dog. And stretch your left arm out in front of you. Bring the fingers down towards the floor and just gently put a little bit of pressure onto the fingers as you press the left wrist away. Feel a nice stretch down the front of the arm. And then switching over, stretch the right arm forward, flip the palm, and just gently draw the fingers down towards the floor. So just do a few more twirls of the wrists. And roll back over into a tabletop. Walking the hands forward, one hand width, and make sure your hands are spread nice and wide. Big starfish hands. Tuck the toes, draw navel to spine, and lift up into our first downward facing dog here. Just making sure feet are about hip width apart, hands about shoulder width. And take any movement here, just pedaling through the feet. And find some stillness. Roll the outer arms away from you. Rise high up on the toes, bend the knees, and draw your chest towards your thighs. Then melt heels down towards the earth. Roll the outer thighs away from you. Take a pause here. Relax the neck, gaze between the knees or the ankles. And so ripple forward to your first high plank of the class. Shoulders are over the wrists. Dome to the upper back, long line of energy from crown to heels. Notice if you're dumping down into the lower back or if the hips are still quite high. Find the place in between. Please drop the knees if you need to. Take a breath here. Stay for the exhale. You drop the knees to the floor. Then bring the chest forward of the wrists, elbows hugging and lower down for knees, chest, chin, all the way to the mat. And bring the hands nice and wide. Make little tent hands with your fingers. Press the feet into the floor and inhale, lift to a turbo cobra. Then exhale to lower. Do that twice more. Inhale, slowly lift to the center of the chest. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. And exhaling to release. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes and press back to a wide knee child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touch. Stretch the arms wide. Inhale, ripple forward to your tabletop position. Once again, stacking shoulders over the wrists. And just like we did earlier, slide the right toes back, flex the foot, and lift the heel off the floor. Now bring the chest forward of the wrist, elbows hug in, and just come down and do a half press up here, elbows in. Then inhale, press all the way back up. Rolling back to child's pose. And just like we did in Angry Cat, roll through the back. Bring the chest forward and lift up to upward facing dog. Thighs can be off the floor or knees can be grounded. Take a breath here. Drop the knees and roll on back to child's pose. We'll take that on the opposite side. Inhale, ripple forward to tabletop. Hug the navel in and up. Stretch the left leg behind you, flex the foot, lift the leg off the floor. Then bring the chest forward, keep the belly on, strong through the lower back. Come down halfway, chaturanga push up. Inhale, come on back. Slide back to child's pose. Dome to the upper back, roll forward, pull the chest through the arms into upward facing dog. Press back to the knees. Child's pose. And rippling forward, tuck the toes once more, hands walk forward, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, round forward, tiger curl. Inhale, leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose and lightly step through to a runner's lunge. If the foot doesn't go, grab the ankle, bring it through. Little micro bend in the back leg, hover the fingers off the floor. Roll the spine up to high crescent lunge. Arms sweep up, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Deep bend into the front leg, micro bend the back leg and draw the tailbone under. Long and slow inhale. And on your exhale, sweep the arms back, chest comes forward, arrow head. Broaden the collarbones, reach the fingertips back. Now left arm reaches forward, right arm keeps reaching back for a twist. Gaze can follow the right thumb, or just keep looking forward, especially if you're feeling wobbly. Drawing the left ribcage around to the right. Inhale, arms sweep forward for a galloping horse. Then lightly step the left foot to meet the right. Then sit down to chair pose. Draw the tailbone under, lift the arms up high. Weight in the heels. One more inhale here. And your exhale, forward fold and release. Bend the knees as much as you need to, let the head be heavy. Slide your hands to your shins, inhale, take a halfway lift, nice flat backs, gaze slightly forward. Release back to forward fold, plant the hands and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, tiger curl. Inhale, leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose and hold, lightly step through. Right left foot next to your left thumb. Little bend in the back leg to roll on up, high crescent lunge. Once again, deep bend into the front leg, tuck the tailbone under. Left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, breath. And exhale to arrow head. Nice broad collarbone, stay deep into the front leg. Back leg is nice and straight, keep the heel off the floor. Right arm reaches forward this time. Left arm reaches back for a twist. Inhale, breath in. Stay for the exhale, draw the right ribcage around. Both arms sweep forward with the ears, reach. Right foot to meet left, sit on down, chair pose. Lift through the chest, weight in the heel. Deep, long inhale. On your exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose and hold. Step on through, runner's lunge. Inhale, rise on up to crescent. Arms sweep high. And deep bend into the front leg. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, breath. And exhale to arrow. Left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back for a twist. Stretch the arms apart. Arms forward with the ears. Left foot to meet right, bend the knees a lot, sit down, chair pose. Draw the tailbone under, lift through the chest. Hands to heart center, forward fold, release. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Release, forward fold. Hands to the floor, step on back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises, left leg rises, excuse me. Exhale, knee to nose, bring it forward. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose and hold. Step through, runner's lunge. Rise and up, high crescent lunge. Full inhale. Exhale to arrowhead, arms sweep back. Right arm forward, left arm back to twist. Arms sweep forward with the ears, step forward, bend the knees, sit down in your chair. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And this time, plant the hands and step back to child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touch. Stretch the arms forward. Ripple forward to tabletop. Knees to hip width apart. Stretch the right toes back, belly on, lift the right leg. Chest forward, keep the elbows in. Come down for a half press up. Inhale, rise. Drop the knees wide, child's pose. Round through the upper back, roll forward, pull the chest through the arms, upward facing dog. And exhale, drop the knees, back to child's pose. Ripple forward, tabletop. Left leg back, flex the foot, lift the leg off the floor. Belly on, elbows hug, chest forward, lower down, half a push-up. Lift back up. Knees wide, child's pose. Round the upper back, pull the chest through, upward facing dog. Slowly draw back, child's pose. You're ready, rolling forward. Walk the hands forward, meeting back in downward facing dog. Let's take our flow. Another few rounds. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger kill. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose and hold. Step on through, runner's lunge. Rise on up, high crescent lunge. Arms sweep high. Exhale to arrowhead, arms sweep back. Left hand reaches forward, right arm reaches back to twist. And this time, bring your hands together. Keep the twist to the torso. Left elbow finds right outer thigh. And use your torso to guide yourself around to the right. Good, strong back leg. Heel off the floor, take a breath here. Stay for the exhale. Sweep both hands forward, reach for the ears. Left foot to meet right, sit down, chair pose. Keep the arms up with the ears, belly on, ribs in. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Plant the hands, step back to downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger kill. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, step through, runner's lunge. Rise and up, crescent lunge, arms sweep high. Exhale to arrowhead, straight back leg, heels off the floor. Now initiate the twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Draw the right rib cage around. Then hands come to heart center. Right elbow to left, outer thigh. Draw the right rib cage around. Gaze can be down towards the left big toe. The gaze can follow the heart. Take a breath here. Stay for the exhale. Arms forward to the ears, reach. Right foot meets left, sit down, chair pose. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, take a half lift, nice flat back. Then travel back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger kill. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, step on through, runner's lunge. Rise on up to crescent. And exhale to arrowhead. Left arm forward, right arm back. Hands to prayer, keep the twist through the torso. Right at left elbow to right thigh. Prayer twist. Release arms forward to the ears. Left foot to meet right, sit down, chair pose. Exhale to forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Release, forward fold. Plant the hands, travel back. Downward facing dog, left side, last side. Inhale, left leg rise. Exhale, knee to back. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Step on through. Rise to crescent. And exhale to arrow. Right arm forward, left arm back. Hands to prayer. Right elbow, left outer thigh. Strong back leg. Twisting from the torso. Both arms to the ears, reach forward. Right to meet left, sit down, chair pose. Lift through the chest a little bit lower. Exhale. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands and step back to down dog. Then drop the knees wide, big toes touch. Child's pose. So let's take our modified chaturanga. Rippling forward to tabletop. Right foot reaches back, flex the foot, lift the foot off the floor. Chest forward and down, elbows hug in, half a press up. Inhale, come back up. Knees wide, child's pose. Roll the spine, dome the upper back and the chest forward for up dog. Ripple back, belly on, knees wide, child's pose. Ripple up to tabletop. Stretch the left leg back, flex the foot, lift it off the floor. Chest forward and down. Come here, Willow, come and join in. Half a push up, hello darling. Coming down into child's pose. As you do up dog, Willow, up dog. Yay! Good cushion. Push back to child's pose. And we'll just stay in child's pose. Oh, Willow says hello. Like she hasn't just seen me 10 minutes ago. Hello, darling. Give your fur babies a nice big cuddle if they come back to join you. All the good fun. And just resting forehead to the mat, stretching the arms out in front of you. And just notice how you feel after a couple of rounds of flow there. So good. How are you feeling? Hope you're feeling nice and strong, your flexibility is hopefully improving, and your bonds with your four-legged friends. And don't forget, keep the fundraising going. We're all so grateful and proud of you for doing the amazing job of all the funds you've raised so far. So let's take a lateral child's pose, if I can navigate this willow here. So stretching your arms nice and forward, and start to bring your hands over to the left side of the room. Feeling a stretch all the way down the right side of your body. Keep drawing the right sit bone towards the right heel. It's okay if the heads come off the floor. Feel the stretch all the way down the side ribs. Lots of twisting and turning today, so it's good just to stretch out through the side body. We're walking the hands forward, back to centre, and move them over towards the right. And here's Willow. So I will just give her a pat whilst we're stretching overhead. Yes, such a good girl. Drawing the left sit down towards the left heel. Oh, so good. And just doing the stretch all the way down the left hand side. Nice. And coming back to centre, stretch your forward. Hello. What do you want to do next, Willow? What's your favourite? What's your favourite? Kissing one. Beautiful. And bringing yourself up to an upright position. Hello, darling. You're such a good doga dog. You're such a good doga dog. Don't sit down. Finding your way to your backs. Oh, yes. Yes. And we'll just loosen up, cool down through our legs as they've worked so hard today. If Willow will let me lay down. You let me lay down? Come lay down with me. Good girl. Whee! Ow. That's quite a silly place to put my head. Right next to her tail. Bend up the knees and bring your right ankle to your left thigh. You are definitely the star of the show, Miss Willow. Just taking a figure 4 shape, you can stay right here, or maybe you'd like to float the left foot off the floor, grabbing behind the thigh or the shin. Just drawing the right knee away from you, left thigh towards you. Slight tuck of the chin, feeling the stretch, the release into the right glute. Then you find your edge, making sure nothing's pinching, shooting, or sharp into the hips. You don't want that. Nice, spacious, broad stretch. Couple more breaths here. And stack the knees, bring the feet to the floor, and we'll drop the legs over to the left. Come into our supine twist. Arms can be wide. Give your dogs a pat. Belly rubs. Yeah, belly rubs. And continue your head over towards your right shoulder. And just make sure nothing's pinching in the lower back, especially when we're twisting. It's a nice passive twist here. And just notice, how does the back feel? Again, lots of twists, lots of turns today. The spine's feeling quite spacious. Couple more breaths. Bring the head back to centre, draw the legs back to centre, and we'll take the same over to the opposite side. Left ankle to right thigh. You can float the foot off the floor if you've got both hands free. You can grab behind the thigh, but Willow says no, you've got to keep patting me. Draw the left knee away, right thigh towards you. It may feel different on this side, working your body, your bones. Absolutely, you can just keep the right foot to the floor if that feels better for you on this side. It's all about the left glute. Last few breaths. Dropping the right knee, the right foot to the floor, then dropping the knees over towards the right side of the room. Hello, Willow. Chin can turn to the left shoulder. Anyone else getting paws in the face? Oh, Wills! Watch it, darling. Mom, stop doing yoga. Pat me. Just feel the release all the way down the left-hand side. Closer the knees are to the chest, the more sensations. If anything does feel uncomfortable, slide your feet away from you. Last few breaths. Bring the head back to centre. Legs to follow. Help. Careful. And then let's finish off in Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees drop out wide. Then into our inner thighs. Getting all the kisses from below. Yeah. If you're not patting your dog, you may wish to rest your hands on your belly or have the arms out to the side. What do you think, Willow? Close down the eyes if that feels good for you. Just feeling into the shape. Noticing where sensation is for you. Slowing down, cooling down towards our final rest, final Shavasana. When you feel ready, drawing the knees back together. Stretch the legs out long. We'll glide into our final rest. Final Shavasana. Don't do Shavasana, Willow. Hello. And this is where Willow and I leave you for for today. So please spend as long as you like lying on your backs for your final rest. Ideally, please take another 2 to 5 minutes just to let all the energy from your Doga flow today integrate and settle. And it was Willow and I's great pleasure to flow with you today. Until next time, have an amazing day. Keep up the great effort of fundraising. Namaste.